Hey, Scorpios. Medicine here. And I'd just like to say first and foremost, thank you so much for joining us in Circle today. I'd like to give you kind of like just a heads up. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, so if I stop or catch my breath or something towards anywhere in the reading, it's just I'm recuperating. So bear with me. But looking at this, towards the beginning of the week, we have the Temperance card in reverse, and the Temperance card in reverse is basically saying that things aren't mixing well. And the solution, I don't know if you can see the cards, so I'm just going to kind of pretend like you can't and try to put it up close so that you can see it. So I have the Temperance card here. This is actually a really beautiful deck. But you can see that the yin and the yang here, they're not mixing well, and in fact they're falling out now, right? And they're going their separate ways. And so the polar energies, the polaric energies here, things are just kind of falling out of place. Things are not harmonizing. They're not mixing well. Everything's kind of falling out of place towards the beginning of the week with the Temperance card. And I'd say it probably has to do somewhere around relationships and money, because when we get towards the middle of the week, we get the Lovers card, which is all about relationship, basically, and communication. This is the card that says, okay, I'm supposed to be with this person, but we're not making it happen, or I'm supposed to this card upright is like we benefit from each other. We're better together than we are apart. And so in reverse, it's like, well, for some reason, we're separated and we're not coming together on this, and it's not advantageous for either of us. It's just not to our advantage to be separate. And so this doesn't necessarily have to be, even though it's called the Lovers card, it doesn't necessarily have to be a lover or a significant other or a partner. For some of you, this just might be, like a business partner or a friend, and, maybe both. But I definitely see that it's kind of like a business partner type deal situation with the Eight of Pentacles here. Because the Eight of Pentacles is talking about a new skill and talking about moving up and moving forward, kind of like in your career, kind of advancement with your skills now. So your skills are definitely advancing, and so it seems like towards the end of the week your skills are going to advance, but it seems like as of right now there's some, disagreement going on, not really seeing eye to eye, can't really get it together, can't really work together, it seems like between two people maybe. It just seems like, things are just not kind of harmonizing. Your strengths are not working together. I always see kind of the Lovers card as like the polar opposites, like Virgo and Pisces, for example. Great example. Both of them want to be very helpful people, but both of them have very different ways of doing that. Or Libra and Aries. Both of them like to be leaders, but both of them have very different ways of doing that. But these skills, they balance each other out. And with the Lovers card here, what I'm seeing is kind of like the other side of what opposition signs can do. So, for example, if you are let's see here, you're a Scorpio and your opposing sign would be Taurus, for example. And this is a great example. Two feminine energies Both of them are all about safety and security. One of them is more emotional. The other one is more practical and pragmatic. Um, you know, and um, you know, this could be a good example of someone who's a Scorpio and a Taurus who are both polar opposites. Um, who need to balance each other out, because Scorpio is really good in the emotional sense, in the spiritual sense, while Taurus is really good in the earthly and financial and love and beauty in in matters of physical. And the both of you could work well together um, if you used your strengths, if you saw your strengths, you actually work better together than you do apart. But in this situation, it's like the opposing side of that. So it's like excuse me, it's like the Scorpio and the Taurus. The Taurus is thinking that the Scorpio is too emotional. The Scorpio is thinking that the Taurus is far too bullheaded and stubborn. And it's just a dissonance that's going on right now. But because that dissonance is going on, what's needed to kind of bring whatever scenario or situation that you're trying to work on, maybe in the financial sense, what's needed to kind of bring that into wholeness, into oneness, um, it's not working out because perhaps because we're unable to kind of come together and work together to uh, create the best possible outcome for whatever situation that you're in. And I just keep going back to situations and matters of business and perhaps even in health. For some of you might be dealing with some health concerns. Some of you Scorpios might be dealing with some health concerns at the same time. And I just kind of keep going back to those because it seems like more of a business partner-y type of reading, or it could have to do with relationship, and it might have to do with both in a sense for some of you. I know sometimes our lovers and our significant others and people close to us are also our business partners and people we work well with. This doesn't even have to necessarily be a business per se. It could also be financial, just financial, overall financial things going on, like how to keep your bills right in the home, paying your bills, paying things off, making sure that your home is a certain way. So, this there could be some dissonance there. It's just we're not at agreeance right now, and but I mean, fortunately, things are still moving on the up and up towards the end of the week with the Eight of Pentacles. Your career may still be advancing. New money might still be, prosperity might be coming in for you towards the end of the week here with the Eight of Pentacles. Ready, set, go. Now is the perfect moment to dive in and embrace your heart's desire. Now is the perfect moment to dive in and embrace your heart's desire. Ready, set, go. It's time to take action. From the Mermaids, that's what they say. Even though you might not feel entirely ready, this card says that there's no better time than the present to dive into your future. You're advised to take both big and small steps to move in the direction of your dreams. Push aside everything unrelated to your life's mission. Adjust your schedule so that the bulk of your time relates to your priorities and goals. Delegate tasks to other people or hire someone to assist you. Your responsibilities will still be met. You'll be happier. You'll enjoy greater self-esteem. And you'll attract more abundance in the long run if you jump in and follow your heart. So, Scorpios, you got the message? Now is the time to jump in and follow your heart. Go with your emotions. Follow your faith. That's the overall message for you. Ready, set, go. Now is the time. The time is now. Big or small steps, however you do that, because things are going to be changing for you, especially towards the end of the week. Things are going to be advancing toward you. Things are going to be changing for you. So it's time for you to start making some changes in your life, or start advancing in some areas in your life that you'd like to advance in. So yeah, that's the overall message. If you have any questions, if you would like to leave any feedback, feel free. Otherwise, I will see you next reading. All right, Scorpios, have a good one. Aho.